Welcome to Make a Path Presents. My name is Ronnie Hayes, and today, let's talk Daryl, Sasha, Abraham. What's next? You know what, guys? They are out there on the other side of the wall of Alexandria, and we don't know where they are, you know? When we see episode 6, we'll have a better understanding, but something in episode 5 is kind of a hint, or maybe it adds to the mystery. I don't know. For me, it adds to the mystery. That's why I want to open up this conversation with you guys and see what you guys have to say about this. Now, what am I talking about? Nighttime. Nighttime happened in episode 5, which shows that these characters, I don't see them showing up at night. I don't see them flashing some kind of signal at nighttime, so it makes me wonder what is next. But these characters, as far as we know now, were leading the herd away when Rick was in the RV and then ran back to town. Everything happened in town. Ran back to Alexandria. Everything that happened in Alexandria was popping off. And then what happens is it becomes nighttime. So now we're going into the second day. Now, for those of you who don't realize this, everything that was happening from the quarry on is one day. That was only one day. The wolves attacked, the quarry, the herd, all of that. The black and white stuff and the flashbacks for Morgan and Enid and everything else like that, those were flashbacks. But everything that's happening from the quarry on was one day. We are now going into our second day. So when we see Daryl, Abraham, and Sasha, we should be witnessing what they did. You ever go to say, two words at the same time, your brain doesn't make that connection of which one it actually wants to commit to? So you say, do? I want to say do or did. Anyway, we don't know what they did yet. So we know that they get into some shit. Daryl gets separated. Abraham and Sasha go looking for him, and nighttime comes. Now, most likely, since we know in the trailer Daryl gets kidnapped, maybe they won't find Daryl, maybe they will. I don't know why you would have him get kidnapped just to get released immediately, so I don't know how long that's going to play out. But the bottom line is, for whatever reasons, whatever happens, they stay outside the wall for one night outside Alexandria. Now, how do they get back into Alexandria? How do they signal? Can they signal at nighttime? Is there some way for them to get lights or maybe a fire to signal to them? During the daytime, they could get a fire and get smoke going to signal something. But then again, how do the people in Alexandria go out to them? Now, in the comic book spoiler, I'll put a tag on a thing real quick, just a couple seconds. Andrea's stuck in the bell tower during this time, and our crew has to go out there in a rescue mission. Now, Glenn and Heath are in that crew, and it doesn't look like we're going to get that now with Glenn and Heath. Well, not Glenn anyway, where they crawl across the wire and Glenn and Heath and Spencer are there and Andrea's there and whoop-de-whoop. It looks like they're building on that now with Sasha instead of Andrea, and Abraham is with them. Daryl, I'm not sure if he's going to make it back to be in this, but let's say they get back and send the signal, and they got to send a crew out there to get them. So they do send Spencer and Heath. Maybe they step up to go out there, which kind of sucks that Glenn's not going to be a part of this because he was a part of it in the comic. Maybe this is me and I will admit this, maybe this is me as a comic book fan really hoping they do that line, and because it's epic. On TV, it would be epic, especially if they're crawling across the line and one of the characters starts to fall off or a zombie grabs their backpack. That would be so epic. But maybe it's part of me wanting to see that comic book material come to life on TV, but then part of me thinks that would be something that is already set up in the story for people in Alexandria to see some kind of signal and want to go get their people. Don't forget, Enid's still out there. We don't know what they're going to do as far as going to get Enid, or if they're even going to try. So it's up in the air right now. So the basic point of the conversation, or the starting point of this conversation, is what do we think is going to happen with Sasha and Abraham and Daryl? Not predicting what they're going to do in that episode 6, because we already did the prediction video for that. You can watch that if you want to. I'll put a link in the eye. Don't forget that eye. Click that eye. Everything drops down. 5 videos and playlists. That eye is important whether you're on mobile or a computer. The eye up here. Anyway, so we already did that, what they're going to do in episode 6, but let's focus on what are they going to do overnight. Why are they spending time overnight? Are they stuck out there somewhere? Or are they actually back already? What if there's no way for them to signal? And what if they are a couple houses down? You know what I mean? Between the herd and Alexandria. That's very possible. If the herd is starting to surround Alexandria completely, damn, you know what? That totally slips my mind. Has the herd completely surrounded Alexandria? I don't think it has. There's got to be some parts where there's not, you know, walkers yet, but maybe it did. Anyway, what are they doing out there? Are they waiting to set off a signal? Do you think that something else happened and they're trapped out there? I don't know, but this is, for some reason, this is a little thing that if I get the time, like I said with the place I'm going that has high-speed internet, like I said, the place I'm going has high-speed internet. If I have the time to upload this quick, I will post it. But this is one of the discussions of many I have recorded and meant to upload, but I just didn't have time. And then it, you know, became an old discussion. But I feel like this is like a small, unimportant topic. But for me, I find it really interesting. I want to know what they're doing over the nighttime. So if you find this really interesting, please sound off in the comments below. If you don't find this interesting at all, I'm sorry, but chances are if you're watching this, I did find a nice high-speed internet spot that I will be going to, and I'll give you a hint right now. It's Monday through Friday. It's around, you know, business hours, so I'll be able to go and do that during the week. So I'm planning some big things and pumping out some major videos over the next, because I got some off time coming up, so trust me, you're going to get slammed with some awesome videos. Listen, thoughts and opinions about this topic in that comment box. I'm done rambling. It's your turn. Subscribe now.